the frick is up your freaking organs? Holy shit, I must be so stressed out from yelling donkey! So I'm making this video because I'm bald, though. I'm making this video because even though I don't expect these people to ever see this, I want to put these thoughts into the universe. Two of my greatest inspirations and are the reasons for why I am even an influencer and a social media content creator in the first place is PewDiePie and Smosh. And I actually had the pleasure of meeting Ian Hecox from Smosh over at VidCon. I'm a creator. I got invited to go over to the YouTube Shorts Lounge, and he was there. He was there, and I saw him going around. He was just chatting. He seemed very chill. And I distinctly remember I wanted the chance to thank him because I'm a very big advocate for letting people know how much they mean to you. Because I, as a creator and as somebody who's very bald with alopecia, I sometimes neglect how much of an impact I have on people. So when they tell me, it means a lot to me. Because I'm like, I started this to make an impact. Much as PewDiePie, I saw his most recent video, talked about this. It was never about money. It was never about fame. I actually started because a guy had messaged me and he said, I saw your first, your viral video about you drawing on Expo eyebrows, and it inspired me to want to take off my fake eyebrows and go in public without a hat. And he did. He did. And he said, thank you so much. If it weren't for that conversation we'd had for about an hour, I could have never done it. And when he said that to me, I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to make a difference and really help people to love and accept themselves. And this is how I can do it. And I had always wanted to do content creation. I just never thought that it was going to be a possibility for me. Anyway, back to the Smosh story. So Ian is sitting there with somebody else who I actually knew from a different event called Clamor Live, which was a great time. Very wonderful event, very wonderful people. And his back was turned. He was engaging in the couch, and I'd already been waiting for maybe about 15 minutes or so for the chance to go and just say, I literally just wanted his attention for 30 seconds to be able to thank him properly. And I knew he was busy, so I didn't really care to go and interrupt, but I was like, you know what? I'm only probably gonna get this one chance to say it to him in person, so I wanna go and bug him. I'm gonna go bug him, because I think this is something that if I had a fan who became a creator because of me, it would make me probably burst into tears to hear that I was the reason why. So I went up to him and I said, can I bother you for just 10 seconds? He says, sure. Stands up from the couch, walks around the couch to where I'm standing and plants himself right in front of me. That alone, you have no idea how much that meant to me. That's somebody who is the reason why I'm even sitting in front of you and you're even watching my video cared that much. Because he had every reason not to. He had every reason to be like, my time is more valuable. I'm in the middle of a conversation. Even that alone, not even a conceited thing, just I'm in the middle of a conversation. Hold up. But no, he stopped what he was doing just to say hi. And he asked me some questions about myself. I thanked him for, helping by being himself. And and I said, I just wanted you to go to bed at night knowing that that you're the reason why I'm standing here. And he laughed. He asked me some questions about myself. He was very kind. And my friends came up and he asked them questions. He's a very personable guy, a very likable and lovable guy. Anthony Padilla, I know, is doing some really awesome stuff now with mental health and whatnot, and just really fucking awesome. I have bipolar, so I think that that's fantastic. So thank you, Ian and Anthony, for being yourselves and doing what you do and creating content, because you are a reason why I am here, in addition to PewDiePie. So PewDiePie, I relate to his story very, very much. I don't know Smosh's story for how they came to be, but PewDiePie was the first person in his family and his first person to ever do even gaming content. And he was gonna go to college, but he knew that he wasn't interested in doing the college thing. I've literally been watching PewDiePie since he first started playing Happy Wheels, and I've been watching him ever since then. I think it's been well over 10 years now, and I've always been an avid supporter just because I like seeing him grow. I like seeing him change. I like seeing and respect a lot his views on life and purpose. He decided to go against the grain and do something that was very scary. but he knew that he wasn't happy in college, much as I knew whenever I was in college. I just couldn't see it for myself. I was gonna go into film school, which is something that I did love, and I now actually I do TikTok. I am the one who writes, produces, directs, and acts in everything that I do. And I'm getting into the more mainstream stuff now, and it's so much fun. And his confidence is something that inspired me to be able to make that leap for myself, in addition to actually a lot of very significant people in my life, namely my parents, namely Mr. Soward, my theater director in high school. We had a conversation about pursuing the things that you love and never going back and saying what if. And I know that's something that PewDiePie would heavily agree with, that you're never going to be able to know if you could do it unless you try. And that was a scary leap for me. But seeing PewDiePie, Felix Kjellberg, to go and to grow from nobody to the biggest creator, I'm like, this is a guy who's very pure of heart and very sincere and genuine. And if he can do it, I can do it. And here I have done it. So I dropped out of college, and I say dropped out, I got my associates, but I didn't mean to, if that makes sense. TikTok was taking off, so I dropped out, and then they messaged me and said, hey, by the way, you have enough credits to redeem like an associates. So I said, cool, which ones? They're like, general studies and the arts. What the fuck does that mean? I was like, sure, give it to me. So I have an associates. I have no idea where I put it. And in my career in social media, I've never needed it. And guess why? Because you don't need degrees nowadays to do everything to find success. And as a matter of fact, what I argue and what I advocate for very fiercely is, if you do what you love, you will work with unlimited motivation to make it happen. You will. And that is why I was insane for about 260 something days. I wrote it in my book. Would upload 4 to 8 TikToks a day. After that first viral video, I was like, I want this. I want to help people. And now I have my own nonprofit organization, the Naked Confidence Campaign. You can find it at getnakedconfidence.com. I'm stupid. And my nonprofit, we're gonna edit that part out. I have my own nonprofit now called the Naked Confidence Campaign. And you can find the website too at havenakedconfidence.com. Have, nakedconfidence.com. And for 2 years now, people with alopecia like me are in the organization. And we have 2 Zoom hangouts every single month. We have had a newsletter, 27 consecutive newsletters. And it's all about confidence, love, and acceptance. We've had people shave their heads literally in live Zoom calls, like get rid of their fake eyebrows, get rid of their wigs, get rid of their hats. And they used to hide in public, and now they go and embrace who they are. And PewDiePie and Smosh, y'all are a reason that's even a thing. Yeah, I said y'all, I'm a Texan. Because your inspiration for being content creators and doing what you do inspired me to try, and I got it. I knew I wanted it badly, so I did everything that I could. And now here I am, able to genuinely change the freaking world every single day. And when I wake up, I now know that I'm the reason that a lot of people live better lives, and the reason why people can now walk in public with confidence. People who don't even have alopecia now have told me, I was gonna get surgery, plastic surgery, but after seeing your videos and talking with you, I don't want to do that anymore. And it's something that fulfills me as a person, because it's not about money, it's not about fame. As a matter of fact, if I could lose the fame and just be me, because every now and again it'd be kind of nice sometimes to be able to go in public and not have people approach me, which I know PewDiePie relates to a lot. I remember before I had the fame, the whole thing about PewDiePie not wanting to take pictures, I kind of understood where he was coming from, but I didn't quite get it because I never experienced it. And I've had times now where I'm at a Starbucks and 20 people, like literally 20 people, all want photos. And I'm like, I'm here to get my coffee and chill and hang out with my friend. So I've gotten really good at dismissing it and saying, hey, thank you, I love you, I really appreciate you, but I'm here to just be a normal person right now with my friend. And people accept that and they love that, and if they fight me on that, they're not a real fan, they can go fuck themselves. Because it's like to disrespect a creator and to think that they owe you their attention is one of the scummiest things in the entire world. And they say, creators selfish, the fans are the reason why they're there. It's like, yes, they are. Fans are the reason why, and I appreciate them and I love them for that. And that's why they should respect that I do not know them. I do not. And I am a person just like you. And if I want to go out in public and I want to be able to sit and relax, you shouldn't feel so selfish that I need to now sacrifice my time to take care of your needs. That's selfish, very selfish. Anyway, I just am so grateful for PewDiePie and Smosh, and Nigahiga too. I always thought his videos were funny. I never really was big on Equals 3, not because I didn't like Ray William Johnson, but I don't know why, I just didn't watch him. Other people, namely, that I like to watch a lot were Sunday, Quebble Cop. James Ski now actually is one of my freaking favorite content creators. I like how I said freaking, like I haven't said the fuck word so many times, fuck word. That's a funny way of fucking. Yeah, hi, I'm fuckward. Anyway, that was lame. Just these people served as great inspirations, but predominantly PewDiePie and Smosh because I avidly watch them all the time. I still watch PewDiePie all the time since Ian and Anthony, I guess, and then whenever I've checked, Smosh is now doing more other stuff and they have new people on board. It's not that the content's not good, it's fantastic. I just tend to watch more PewDiePie stuff. It seems more in line with what I enjoy as far as entertainment goes, especially with Cinnamon Toast Ken. Like, PewDiePie and Cinnamon Toast Ken have this fantastic chemistry together, and just the two of them talking like as friends and bros, it's so much fun to watch. And it's part of what I even want to do now as a content creator is do the podcast stuff, because guess what? My comedy shines the brightest whenever I'm talking to people, and it's just fun. You get to share stories and have a good time. And a lot of my content creator friends have podcasts and such. One of my friends, Rebecca Rogers, you might know Miss Rogers, our Rogers World. She's just an angel. She's the sweetest person you will ever meet, and she's got one of the top podcasts on Spotify, and is so fucking humble that she never told any of us that until I got mentioned, and I'm just like, girl, not that you had to mention it, but I would have liked to know, just so that I can say to you, you deserve that shit. Like, your heart is so pure. Knowing about your success inspires me and shows me more that this industry rewards the good people. Like, I've had the privilege now of being on freaking Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk, Will Smith's wife, the one, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. I was on the episode where Rio Allred, who's a very wonderful girl, very wonderful little girl, 12 years old, struggled with alopecia, and took her own life because, I did not expect to cry. Took her own life because of all the bullying that she underwent, which many of us in the community very much so felt that, because we're like, this is our tribe, we call each other alopecians, and to see one of our people get bullied to the point of suicide, and especially somebody who was that young, it broke a lot of our hearts. And to get to be a part of that now and be a part of the movement is something that is really special, because after Rio, I don't want her to have gone in vain, and I want nothing more than to ensure that nobody else who has alopecia ever has to go through that and be pushed to the breaking point that they took their own life. And so I thank PewDiePie and Smosh again, because you were my inspirations for being a content creator, and I wouldn't be able to be a part of these amazing movements if it weren't for that, because I wouldn't have a platform to do so, and I wouldn't have been popular enough for Jada Pinkett Smith for me to be on her radar and to be on that show and be able to say something meaningful that can help a lot of people. So yeah, and just being able to help my friends to live out their dreams. Recently, my dad, I was able to help him to publish his first book, and he finished it, and it's going to get picked up by Barnes & Noble, and that makes me so happy because he never did art, and I knew he wanted to, because he's an optometrist. He's very bright, he's very brilliant, he's very funny. I love him to death, and to see him be able to pick that up makes me so happy, and to be able to be the reason now I can connect my friends to managers and artists and people who can help them to live their dreams. I love nothing more than to see the people that I care about succeed, and I wake up every day fulfilled knowing that I'm the reason that I can help my friends and make people's lives better. And I think that is life's true purpose. For one, it is to experience wonderful, wonderful, amazing things, and to dare to dream, and to dare to be a part of amazing things, and to dare to live the life that you actually want to live, because you have to dive in fearlessly. It's everything that you want is on the other side of fear. I heard that in Escape the Fate song. It's fantastic. And it's true, if you live your life in fear, you never really try to embrace or try the things that you really would love for yourself. And ironically, the moment that you fight against the fear is the moment that you disassemble all the fears in your mind. Because I had to do that whenever I first was diagnosed with alopecia, and I had the first girls that I ever liked say, "I like you a lot, Nico. I just think that I would like you more if you had hair." So I wore a wig for 3 years, and then I was like, people would push me around. I had a kid push me, like physically. Kids at school would shove me against the wall, slap the back of my head, call me cancer kid, alien kid, naked mole rat, the whole nine. And I'm just like, wow, I could be dying right now, and you would have the audacity to bully me. It's fucked up. People see people who are different as easy targets because they're insecure themselves, they're unhappy. People will view people who look different as easy targets, and it's because of their own, dissatisfaction with their own life. And people who let them win will never experience true happiness. But the moment, this is one of my favorite examples, and it's going to be in the book that I'll be releasing very soon. When have you ever gone to a place, let's say that it's not a dance club, but a place that there's live music, and you see somebody dancing alone? There's an entire dance floor and nobody's dancing, and you see one person dancing alone. Do you look at that person and go, "What a fucking idiot, that's so weird"? No, you go, I wish I had their confidence and I could go up and dance alone. And then soon you see somebody else who's sitting go and join them. And now they're dancing together. And then a couple more people see them dancing and enjoying themselves, and they go up and join them. And then more, and then more, and then more. And this one person just inspired all of these people who were probably in their heads and feeling insecure to go and dance. Now, my family are those people, the ones that dance, and suddenly everybody else comes up and is enjoying themselves and having a wonderful time. By sharing your light, even if it's scary, you inspire other people to shine their light too. You do the world a disservice by living in fear and not allowing yourself to shine the way that you want to. Thus, it is imperative that you do the best to brave your fears. I actually used to be scared to sing. Even in my own apartment, I didn't want to sing because I was afraid that the neighbors would hear me. So I would mumble in the shower because then there's some noise, they couldn't hear it. Then I would fully sing in the shower. Then I started to try to get myself to, go further, and I would sing in my car. But when somebody pulled up beside me at a light, I was afraid for them to look and see that I was singing. I thought they would think that I was weird. So then I got better at that. Then I started to sing completely in my car, and I would brave, still singing while they're there. I was afraid to sing in front of my friends, so I would mouth the words whenever we were all together. Then I got to mumbling the words. Then I got to singing the words. Then I got to being able to sing in my car with the windows down. Then I got to the point where I was able to sing around my friends and around anybody and enjoy myself. And now I have my first song being released in a little while here. I sing professionally now. And it was only because I was willing to embrace the things that I wanted. I knew where I wanted to be, and I had to remind myself, you might be afraid now, but you know where you want to be, and you're not going to get there unless you try to work progressively to get there. Because I don't expect you now to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh shit, I'm confident, I'm going to fucking tackle the world. I wanted to be a writer, and now I'm going to drop out of school, and I'm going to be a... No. It comes in steps, but confidence, like everything else, is a skill, and it takes practice. And once you recognize that it is a skill, it will become a skill that you can learn and that you can use. So, I just want to say thank you again to PewDiePie and Smosh for being great inspirations of mine and the reason why I'm here and the reason why I can make a difference. Thank you for your courage to do something that was against the grain. Thank you for inspiring me and showing me that you can work against the grain and be very successful. I had a lot of people in my family that in the very early stages were like, are you sure this is a good idea? And I said, I want it badly enough. People said, what if it doesn't work out? How long will it take until if it doesn't work out, that you know it's time to quit? How many years, how many months? And I said, well, quite frankly, if you're willing to quit ever, you didn't want it badly enough. And I avidly support working nonstop and to get to what you want. Because guess what? What if it was one more day, one more video, one more attempt to apply, one more gig? You never know where it was. You never know how close you were. So if you quit, what if it was the one day, one gig, one performance, one audition before greatness, but you quit? You'll never know. And oftentimes I don't think it's the people that are the most talented or qualified that make it. It's those who are the most persistent and decided they would stop at nothing to get it. Great lessons, and those are some things that I learned from PewDiePie and Smosh. Love y'all, peace out, and